Today's video will be pretty fucking mad quick. This is a job I started last year. It's doing a big retaining wall. The difference of this retaining wall is it's going into fucking solid granite. And it is the hardest rock I've ever fucking drilled. So we had the machines out here for, we spent kind of months out here drilling all these fucking stump holes. And then some of the stump holes are just a bit off just because rock's pretty hard to drill. And I was fucking shitting myself because obviously it was probably like 10-20 hours per hole. Like, this is a bit of the granite core barrel that broke out. And I was like, fuck, I don't really want to have to spend that amount of time doing it again. So I found out about this shit called like chemical rock breaking. So it's like, think expander foam, but for rock. So it doesn't move much, it doesn't expand a heap, but it doesn't really need to. So I've got, the others are okay, I've just got this one's off by a fucking mile now. That's the back of my wall. So the rest line up pretty good. But I want to get these holes drilled. So this shit takes like fucking 3 days to set, or 3 days to do its thing. It's called Expando. You can see where I've had it in this hole before. See that crack there? And then so you kind of, this rock you've got to kind of do it every 200 mil. Mudstone you could probably get away with doing it a lot less, but not this shit. So yeah, I'm gonna come up here, drill these holes. But I thought it was by sheer luck. I was doing another job explaining this problem to an old Serbian bloke, and he was telling me about chemical rock break as a whole. I think he used another brand, but it put me onto the idea of it. So it's been a real lifesaver because it has worked. Admittedly, like this is probably my third time hitting these holes, but fuck, coming up and spending an hour every couple of days drilling some holes and just pouring in this liquid and leaving is fucking heaps better than having to bring the 9-ton back up and drill it again. But if you were a builder or something like that wanting to backyard excavation, break up some concrete slabs and shit like that, I'd 100% be considering this as an option. I'm just using the 40 volt SDX Max 32 mil hole, 32 mil hole, and just pour it in and off you go. So that's kind of today's video. I don't know if I should pour it in or not because I'm not sure the water from that hole isn't going to seep over. You got to be kind of particular with how you mix up the Expando. It's just water and this powder. It's kind of like a slurry. You just pour down the hole. But you do have to be very particular with the amount of water in it, so I'm not sure that won't fuck it. But I can drill the holes, get it ready. I've got the 3-ton coming up next week, because obviously there's drainage behind the wall. There's pits already under here that I've got to go back through and find. And then yeah, so next week we've got the steel already here. We'll be setting steel columns and that kind of stuff. So just trying to balance this one and that subfloor you've been watching. Obviously finishing the subfloor is great, but then if it's a 3-day delay while I wait for one hole's worth of rock to break, it kind of fucks me. So kind of planning ahead a little bit, come and do this now, and then I get a clean run at it next week. So, but yeah, this is, I suppose, the intro video to the next little series. With that job we've been doing, the subfloor one, it doesn't look like we've won the rest of the carpentry package. It was an owner builder job, and he's shopped the fuck out of it. So as it happened, I got the subfloor and I didn't get the rest of it. It's a bit odd to me. If I was someone else, I wouldn't want to be working on top of someone else's subfloor, but I don't know, it doesn't really matter, I suppose. Like, I back my quality of work, but it's just odd for them. So anyway, we're gonna get stuck into it and see how we go. So that hole you just watched was back into one of my existing ones. Obviously it didn't crack that far around. That's why I drilled so easy. I'll do one into the fresh granite just so you can see the difference. First battery down. Where I cleaned out the 2 fucking ones that already done, and then we're going into a fresh one about halfway through. So you get like, I don't know, 3/4 of the way through a hole per battery. They're only 4 amps though. It's a pretty good hammer drill. It's a bit fucking weird though. It doesn't have a reverse. Which, if you get it stuck, which you do, it's a real cunt. That's my official review. We're at a very fucking painful part of this where the batteries are all fucking charging. Turns out you can fucking drill through the batteries a lot faster than they can charge. It's somewhat painful, but I don't know. I did contemplate going and buying a corded one for this job, but it seems a bit fucking excessive, doesn't it? We're getting there. Slowly. The problem is I can't go knock up the Expando and just do that while I wait, because it does go off reasonably quick. So I want to do kind of 3 more holes. Finish that one, go one there, and then another one down this side, and that should give us a nice area of it to crack, I think. And then there's one more hole that I've got to fucking do up here. So it hasn't rained for some time. Like, these holes are fucking watertight, but yeah, that one's a bit off. I've got like one of those little fucking shit Bunnings pumps, the Expando ones. So I'll pump that out at some stage when I've got charged batteries again. But things never go perfectly to plan, do they? Got each battery up to fucking 2 bars. These cunts are fucking charging backwards. Anyway, I'm just gonna fucking punch through these. It's like nearly 5. Just gonna go through these batteries and go the fuck home. Oh, I've got me, I think I said I got me 3 ton coming up tomorrow. I'm gonna go finish that subfloor tomorrow. Probably sheet floor it over the weekend. So I think the next lot of videos will be, just in case you were curious, tomorrow, joists, maybe I'll film the inspection, joist and tie off, and then sheet floor. So probably sheet flooring over the weekend, and then next week I'm planning to be up here. I might sneak a mill video in because Aaron's down at the mill slabbing timber. Fuck, long day, sorry. Yeah, Aaron's down at the mill slabbing timber, so we might go down there and do a slabbing video. And then yeah, up here next week. This should be a pretty good video though, because there's like a bit of drainage in it, setting up retaining walls. I haven't seen that many concrete sleeper retaining walls. So anyway, we'll keep drilling some holes. So this is a product called Expando. You can order it online. I'll put a link in the fucking description. I have nothing to do with them. I've ordered 1 box of it off them. They seemed pretty nice people. If you're worried about it not working for you, just call them and ask. I think his name was John, and I have a sneaking suspicion it was his missus. What is it? So you have to buy it by temperature. I'm not sure how that makes a difference. Obviously it does. I think this one was for like 20 degrees to 35, something like that. Just slowly mix the 5 kilo bag with 1.5 to 1.7 litres of water. Each box, I think it was like 160 bucks, and it comes with 4 5 kilo bags in it, which will break a lot of rock. That's what it looks like when it's sat in a bucket for a fucking while. Probably should also mention, I'm here doing this wall separate to the builder. This job's got nothing to do with me, and I'm very fucking happy with it because it looks like a fucking rubbish tip. It's fucking disgusting. So yeah, I'm here working for the owner. I personally would not work for this builder because they've never cleaned the fucking site, Dunny. Like, I've been here for some months since I fixed the driveway up early on. And I don't think the site Dunny's been cleaned since then. I've never seen him take rubbish out, never seen him fucking make anyone clean up. The framer did his fucking cut and just left all his fucking, like, obviously did his pre-cut on the fucking slab and just threw all his shit off. So, and never saw the site supervisor walk around and check these walls with a level. The framer was coming from the other side of town, so I imagine he was just fucking wanting to get in and get the cut done. But I sympathise with him there, but you still got to fucking do it correct. Yeah, like, the frame inspection happened and they hadn't put shear blocks on top of the walls and just fucking really basic shit. Hence why I bring up not putting a level on it, because usually if your shear blocks aren't on, you probably haven't fucking plumbed it that well. Just general rule of thumb. Anyway, nothing to do with me, but I thought I'd make that point known. I can't find a tap, so we're gonna have to fucking wing this a little bit. Just fucking guess our amounts of water. Should be alright. That seems a lot. Fuck. Let's go a little bit less. More adders needed. Need a fucking mixing stick. You there. It's a little bit wetter than I'd usually make it, so hopefully it still works. Should pour down the holes nicely. But I find it somewhat impressive that this actually fucking cracks rock at all. Fuck. Fuck me. Poor you cunt. so we'll do an update, but that's pretty much it. Like, there's still a little bit left. Obviously poured that like a bit of a dickhead. The first time we had funnels and shit like that, but yeah, 5 litres and 5 kilos of it, and that should all crack out pretty nicely. I'll stand here for a minute. They seem to sink a little bit. Like that one there, you can kind of see how it drops in. And then yeah, I'll hit the road. Come back in a couple of days, but I thought you'd find this somewhat interesting. It's fucking definitely something I haven't seen before. So hopefully it gets someone out of a pickle. So while I'm on my way out, here's a fucking prime example. That's the hole that I drilled there, and that's the Expando cracking it. It's fucking pretty potent shit. And obviously, and here's where it's all fallen out previously. Oh, fuck, that water's making. That's fucked. But yeah, there you go. So in case you're wondering, these timbers here as well, that'll be to hold the back of the steel. I'll show you all that when I do it. Fuck it.